Hi everybody, this is Cop Kitty and I'm catching up on my videos, and I would like to respond to a video by Lady Seneca about dreams. And she asked us, how often and what do we dream about. And I always have the most crazy dreams, and there was a time that I always dreamt about falling from the Eiffel Tower. Somehow I got up there and I just jumped uh, with the most certainty that I would fly, and in the dream I discovered that I don't fly at all, and then I fall, and then when I hit the ground I wake up. This is a recurring dream. Sometimes it's not the Eiffel Tower, it's someplace high. I'm scared of heights, so maybe that explains it. Um, I haven't been dreaming a lot lately, but the last dream that I remember vividly is because my grandfather passed away a year ago. And about 3 or 4 months after he passed away, I had a weird dream about him. And I was at his apartment and it was empty, because that's how we left it. After he died, we went there and took all his things back and left the apartment empty. And me and my family, we were all in his apartment, and suddenly my grandmother, who has also passed away like about 15 years ago, she comes up to me, and she's not really old lady. She's like in her 40s, and she comes up to me and she says, "Do I look okay? I mean, do I have wrinkles? Is my hair good?" And I go and say, "Yeah, you look fine, Grandma. You look so much better than I remember you, because I remember her as an old lady." And then she says, "Okay, okay," and she runs away. She goes away for another room. And then as we walk by the apartment, I see my grandfather talking to my uncle, his son. And my grandfather is also younger. And I stop for a second, and I cannot stop thinking that I shouldn't say that they are dead, because they'll disappear, my grandfather and my grandmother. And then I just enjoy quietly their presence, and they are so happy and so excited to have everybody gather around and to talk about everyday things. But the apartment is empty, so the apartment has just like one table and a few boxes. And for some reason, my aunt, also my grandmother's daughter, she starts mocking at my grandmother's dress. And she says, "Oh no, this dress is so fancy. I have the box here. It's a brand dress. You shouldn't laugh at it." And then she takes the box and shows the box to my aunt, and I don't know why I remember that. But I do remember vividly about the dress. And it wasn't the dress that I saw very frequently my grandmother wearing. Actually, I had never seen her wearing that dress. But because she was making sure everybody knew how wonderful that dress was, the dress just got caught up in my memory. And then my great grandfather came up, my grandfather's father, who obviously had passed away. I had never met him. And then I introduced myself because I heard of him all my life, and then I go like, "Hey, um, um, your son's granddaughter." And then he says, "Oh, I know." I know. Just, come over here, give me a hug. And I hug him from one side, and my mother hugs him for the other side. And then, just to joke around, we put our hands in his pockets. He was wearing a suit. And then I put my right hand in his right pocket, and she puts her hand on his um, left pocket, jacket pocket. And then he says, I have two angels with the hands on my jacket." On my pockets. So, and then the dream ended. And that was the most amazing dream that I had, because my grandmother looked so young, and my grandfather also. But the curious thing is, I had never met my great grandfather. And as I described him to my mother, she got chills because that was exactly how he looked. And of course, I've seen pictures, but the way he walked and the way he cracked jokes or something like that. And later on, I was visiting my great aunt, and who was a sister to my grandmother. And I mentioned this dream for her. And then she says, wait a minute, I think I remember this dress. And she goes to a photo album, and she shows me a picture of her wearing that same dress. So that got chills up my spine because I had never seen that dress before, and I have no idea how I could possibly know that dress. But anyways, that was the most... I hope this sound doesn't sound really confusing. I hope it sounds like a story. But dreams are like confusing, right? So that was my most amazing dream that I've had recently. And I hope to see more dreams around. And I love to dream. Even when they are nightmares, I think the unconscious mind really wants to tell us something. So I do like to dream, and I do like to let my mind go free and see where it goes. And that's it. I'll just post another video tonight because I'm really onto making videos now. Alrighty, take care, bye. Keep dreaming.